here again here at the XT Cast. A little birdie told me that she has a special friend who just came to Dubai and is also involved in a pretty interesting project called Paysenger. So I haven't got a chance to dive into deep and stuff. Just so much going on. The market is crazy. We just moved into the new office, so just so much to catch up. But I thought, what? Before our main guest, flies off to the beautiful mystical islands of Indonesia, specifically Bali, I thought, hey, let's have a fireside chat. I want to know about him. So I know your colleague Karina. She's stationed here in Dubai, but I need to know about you. I'm really curious. I got so many questions. I don't know where to begin. But to make it simple, I'll love for you to introduce yourself to the community and also share your origin story. How did you come across this wild, crazy space of cryptocurrencies and blockchain specifically?
Sure. So my name is Stan, and I'm from the Paysenger.com. I'm CEO and the co-founder of the Paysenger. And actually, originally, I'm from venture side, from the classical startup field. And from the crypto, I dive into the 2021. Before, maybe 3 years ago, I did some investments, like just basic investments in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And in this year, after we launched the startup, we implicate the token model, and it's kind of the first very deep experience when we're trying to unite the Web 2 model, the platform, with the Web 3 model, like the tokenization, the decentralized data, and everything about it. So, what do you want to know more?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, just kind of like, no, thank you for giving that introduction about who you are and stuff. I guess when I mean by your origin story into crypto and blockchain, when did you first come across Bitcoin, or you've come across crypto and blockchain? It's interesting you shared that you came from the traditional finance space, So, I mean, to me, because I used to work in the traditional finance space, but not from the venture side, but more from, I guess, marketing and sales. But, it tends to be kind of stable, steady, not much real change. But coming into this space, I mean, it's a whole different, it's a 180. So just kind of curious about how did you come across crypto and blockchain?
So the very first touch was in 2012, I guess, or 2013, when a friend of mine, like my teammate from, my schoolmate even, so he started to build these mining systems from the video, from the graphic cards, and he's offered me to join and to say, like, it's crazy, it's decentralized, it's like crypto. But his friend was quite crazy enough to refuse, because I have my own digital studio. I build the websites, mobile apps. So I already did it like maybe 10 years, from 2011, from 2010. So just for the clients, started with the simple websites. That's time I have the dream about how people can. I do not know anything about the blockchain, but my education is a journalist and the public relations. I write articles. I have my own magazine. And then I have the idea how people can interact without politicians, just the voting system. I was inspired by how Wikipedia work, how the things like the crowdsourcing platforms works.
Yeah.
And then I decided to open the digital studio to understand how the internet work itself. So this was the beginning of my digital way. So how I start to digitalize and understand how the internet work, what it can bring to us. Yeah, and then this friend of mine told me that, look, everything you need is like the Bitcoins, decentralized, something, and I do not understand anything about it.
Okay, right.
Because he was quite crazy guy. It was not very, he was not a business, not very reliable person. So,
all right,
earning these Bitcoins and spend it for the very cheap price I don't even know, like for order something, drugs, pizza, something little,
Yeah.
And then after that, the next touch was about 2016-17, the first big wave, and when all people go crazy, this ICO, people collect millions of dollars on the ICO. That means nothing. I mean, they do this white papers, landing pages, and that's all. I like money then gone. So that's how I hear. I still doing the websites for the clients. I still have the my small studio, like 30 people. I have maximum 30 people team, and yeah, this was the second time when I touch, and I think like, oh, something crazy like the pyramid, Ponzi scheme. People buying, do not know what. So also what not so deep inside this, but already in this. Yeah, in this moment, and I start to understand how to blockchain as a technology works. So ICO for me was something not very reliable in that moment because a lot of scams. And
right, agree.
But that's how I start to learn what is blockchain, how it can move our society, and how we can build the voting system on the blockchain, very transparent. How we can build a data system to not controlled by corporations but controlled by people, and transparency protocols, everything. So, and then I again get inspired of this. So, but still was in Web 2 very deep because just, you have clients, they want to own all the data, you build apps for them, and they don't want to share it with the communities or share the power. They think, the most of the business think, if I invest, so I should control everything. If I give power to the community, maybe community will not like me, what I do, right? Or will not make my decisions. I will lose my power. I will lose my money, something like this. So, and in 2020, I still, in this moment, I start to invest a little bit in Ethereum. I get payment from my clients. Some clients pay for me in the Ethereum.
So, interesting.
Yeah. And that's why when I did the first website for, I guess it was vimana.global. It's about the decentralized for autonomous vehicles. Like the blockchain, how these flying cars can communicate, and the drones also.
Right, an IoT deal, right?
Yeah. And they can pass in the city and do not crash and everything like this. So this was the first, the second when I work with this and get Ethereum for this kind of job, for this kind of plan. Yeah, last year it's our first crypto project and the token project. In the beginning, we decided to move it in the Web3.
I got to ask you because you mentioned about getting paid in Ethereum. I think 2020, is that correct?
I think it was even 2019.
19? Okay.
Yeah, from the Ethereum and the spring, and then I think, oh wow, maybe I will save it and it will increase, and then I lost 3 times. Ethereum was dropped 3 times, and this was my first experience when I get this was okay. Money.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. No, because actually I wanted to ask you about, you're getting paid in Ethereum. Now, of course, you experienced the price drop. I know that hurts, but I think for me, getting paid in Ethereum, the gas fees, I remember 2019, but I remember 2020 later on. Oh, the gas fees was just ridiculous. I'm just like, wait, what? So I was kind of curious to ask you about that. Did you experience that?
I don't remember. It was about 30,000 US dollars. So I don't think too much about the gas fees. I just accept the payments, and then I just see how they start to drop in from 30,000 up until 8,000, I think. So in just a few months. So in that moment when I was a little bit not disappointed, but I need money, I need to pay salaries for my teammates. So and then I cash out it because I thought maybe it will drop more. So I do not stay in long term. I was a bit here. So
interesting, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Because I know you dealt with clients, paying in crypto. I'm kind of curious to ask you, the future clients, were people more interested in paying in crypto? Has that increased? In your experience?
It was only one case in my studio business. So because they did this ICO, they get investments in Ethereum and Bitcoin and everything. So
interesting.
Some investors from Arab Emirates, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. For now, of course, you can pay for a lot of things. No, even without conversion, you can even order Tesla for Dogecoin.
Oh yeah. I know sort of like on and off with Doge. I, I know that was a pretty interesting one. Because I got to share you this because I remember listening to this guy from he's the VP for BitPay. They have their headquarters in Alpharetta, Georgia, in the United States, and I remember him. I can't remember the guy's name, but I remember him sharing this detail in terms of crypto payments, where in terms of large purchases, it's Bitcoin Core (BTC). But if it is like you want to buy a coffee or like an ice cream, it was either Bitcoin Cash or Dogecoin. So Doge was pretty popular. So I thought that was a pretty interesting situation. Where cryptocurrencies has gone through. If you remember the Bitcoin white papers, right? It's supposed to be P2P, but now it's more this digital gold or store of value. This marketing narrative. So how much that has changed 10 years, so it's such a it's such a like an interesting experience. But I know I personally feel that I think crypto payments might make a comeback during this bear market and afterwards. I know that's kind of like my speculation, but I was kind of curious to ask you, like, what do you think about all that in terms of crypto payments? And
I mean, all the new technology need to take time, right? When it was the credit and debit cards from the cash, it's also do not happen like this. It's also happened through the decade. So when people slowly, and then you have this Apple Pay. It's also not immediately. In some countries, still you cannot use the Apple Pay or the wallets from just to touch and pay. So I think the crypto is not slower than other technology that's growing. It's even faster than the internet if we compare from 80s. This infographic.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
The first the first million users, the first like billion users. It's very correlated with the internet users from 80s.
Okay.
So I think, of course, it's growing. It will go faster. And we have now economy situation when a lot of people start to be dependent on the regulations. For example, we have company registered in the United States, but we have 90 employees now in the team, in the Paysenger. But about 15 of them, it's developers, and some of them in Ukrainian, some of them in Russia and the Belarus.
Right. Okay.
We move most part of the teammates in the Georgia from there, but still someone stay because of family and other reasons. They cannot just move. So when we have the big problem, how to pay them, how to pay the salary, because the SWIFT regulation blocked us if they in Belarus or in Russia because of crazy invasion.
Right. Sure.
So and that's you stay in this option, like what you will do, to fire these people if they cannot move in another country or change the residentship. So, and that's where the crypto coming from. And you can independently pay your own teammates. You can find a way how to exchange the fiat money to the crypto, then to pay them. So, and I think this is only one example, and will be more examples like this, right? When people need the source of the payment, and they cannot be based on the regulation and government for any reason. For different reasons.
Yeah, I know. Hey, thank you for sharing I mean, it's like this not example, but just a real life scenario with with your teammates and what they gone through. I know it's not an easy thing, but at the same time too, I mean, it is a testimony to how crypto can actually solve problems and bridge the gap and create new avenues for people to earn a living and also maintain their dignity too in many ways. So that's something I'm glad that your colleagues are able to overcome those situations. It's good to see the example, because a lot of times in the news, I say mainstream news, always throw a bad light on crypto, and they try to throw so much negativity. But I think this is something we as a community are able to use this technology for a world of good. So thank you for sharing that. And in line with talking about crypto payments, definitely, hey, we need to talk about Paysenger, right? It's all about crypto payments, but in a unique way. So could you kind of just for the XT.com community, could you just enlighten us and also enlighten me, because I haven't dived in deep into Paysenger. So
Sure.
I'm all ears for you.
So it's actually connected with the previous question, what you can do with the payments, with the crypto, with the tokens, or not only with tokens. Actually, in Paysenger, you can use also the fiat money for now.
Oh, okay.
But we try to switch from Web 2 to Web 3, and then we will go to totally in payments. So the idea is there is no market when you can use crypto for communicate with the people. You can buy Tesla, maybe you can buy pizza, you can buy drugs, you can buy whatever. But to chat with the people who you really need, sometimes it's experts who give you valuable advice. Sometimes it's creator who will create the NFT for your request, like NFT by demand. So the Paysenger is the paid communication service that allow you to chat with people who is usually too busy to reply in the just free social medias.
Sure.
For example, I have maybe 200 messages per day, and I'm not super influencer. Like I do not have a lot of followers.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Followers, like employees, like people, and you have a lot. And the important message can just drop into this just enormous messages.
Agreed.
Right? And the experts, who is more popular than me, they have sometimes 1,000 messages per day. And not in 5 days, everyone become like this. A lot of brands try to reach you, try to send you message. Some people try to offer you job. So that's what the original idea, how to create the paid communication channel so people can prioritize their message in front of another one. So if I pay for your attention, it means I have something available for offer to you. So and it's not about money, it's about how I want to prioritize my message in front of another one.
True.
Because my previous startup was about the marketplace for the influencers, to they connected with brands for the integration, advertisement, etc. And when we have a client like $50,000 people ready to pay you for advertisement in your Instagram, and then we try to reach you as an influencer, and only 30% of them get response. And I mean, 100% of them need this money, right? But its message just drawn in somewhere else. All messages like, "Hey, how you doing? What's up?" And I cool photo, etc. So, and that was the idea original, because the influencer told us like how we can find it, and then we start to develop this idea, integrate the social feature, like social impact. So you can move all this money to some charity that you support.
Okay.
Because if you are a celebrity, if you are an influencer, or just any, like, I don't need this $1 per message or $5 per message. I want to support some foundations like Soil Foundations or the Refugee Foundation to support Middle East and Ukrainian refugees, for example.
Yeah.
So that's how it start develop. And then we add the feature, you can request the content, not only the text message, but you can request the content like the media, photo, video. And for example, you are the painter or creator, and I can ask you to send me unique picture about my request. And moreover, I can convert it immediately into the NFT. So all the content that I request from another people can be converted into the NFT and then sold or collected, whatever. So this is how the idea evolved. I mean, the company is just 8 months old. 8 months ago, we was 5 people. Now we are 90 people. And all this time...
90 as in 19 or 90?
No, 90.
90. Oh, wow. Okay. But wow, that's
quite a big team.
Yeah. It's not like, it's just like, okay.
Every month I used it twice.
Yeah. Oh, good. Wow. Okay. Awesome. No,
it's part of our strategy. We don't believe actually in that ideas change the world. So we believe that teams and execution change the world. So idea cost minus million. It could be a great idea, but with the bad team and bad execution, you can throw any idea in the trash, right?
So, sure. Yeah.
That's why we try to create the company and the team who can reflect. We offer to the market this idea. If the market will respond to us and ask to change something, the influencer tell us, could you add this feature? Or we don't like how this is work. So with a nice team, with the right team, you can always adapt.
Yeah.
because like all the social medias that we know, very popular, they started something else. The Facebook
Yeah.
was the voting system for the students in college,
Right. I remember. Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
the system to show how the guy live in his own room and
Yeah.
just showing what he doing in his room.
Hmm.
Airbnb also was different. So
Yeah, yeah, no, no, it's interesting you shared that, like, just the history of, other social media platforms, other startups and also, uh, yeah, I mean, that's something to reflect on. But just to go back, with Paysenger, I love I love the idea, like, because whether you're an influencer or a KOL, a key opinion leader, but I also see, like say like you're a coach in a certain industry, like finances or women's coach or business, like or leadership coach and all that stuff.
sure.
I can see them benefit from this system because just to give you just a real example, because like my girlfriend, like she's in the personal branding space, but she also is she studies a lot ancient languages, ancient religions. So she has developed a deep expertise, and a lot of people would approach her and ask her a lot of questions, trying to reach out. But you know what? She gets a lot of messages, but her concern is she values her time, and you guys have really tried to create a way where you are trying to solve that problem, and you understand that, hey, time costs money, or like it is the most valuable thing in your life. So you want to prioritize, and I know, like, she gets a lot of like I know I get like a lot of like these clickbait articles or these bots or these messages. Someone's trying to sell me try to sell me some crypto idea. I'm like, bro, I'm into crypto. I don't need you to help me out. So yeah, it is interesting that you created, Paysenger as a way to value a person's time and give them that focus, especially in this fast-paced environment. So I really like that. So, but could you give us? Is it okay to ask you maybe some use cases or maybe one or two examples of maybe celebrities or certain influencers who benefited from using your platform?
So we launched the app just 2 months ago, and we have about 100,000 users together with our social users who just interested in the tokens. So when we have very little amount of time to test everything, and we
Yeah,
have estimation from the top influencers. We speak with the Arnold Schwarzenegger office, but
nice.
it's all about just the prices. If you want someone ambassador you, so the big people, the big stars, they will do it
Yeah.
for the two reasons. First is the price, and the second is the equity or tokens. So that's why we now try to build a community around the crypto, because we look in the crypto influencers, NFT influencers, because we
Yeah.
have super feature for them, like how you can take NFT by demand, not only
Yeah.
by already done NFT, but ask from the NFT creator to
Hmm.
create unique NFT for you and pay for this in crypto. So we're still working on it. I would not say that someone. We have about like 400 or 500 micro influencers from
Okay.
that we test from the different area, like from the
Hmm.
India. It's people like you say, like let's do nutrition consultancy, the doctors, the
Yeah.
business coaches, and the business. Actually, they just CEO of the companies. Part of our partnership strategy for now, when
Hmm.
we work with the projects we just like, also the develop
Yeah.
Web3. So we are expose his CEO in our communities, our community about 60 or 70,000 in social accounts.
Yeah.
We tell them, look, now this CEO of this project join our project, so you can chat with him in the Passenger. He gets
Okay.
some ideas about our community, get ideas about his project, and his audience give ideas about how Passenger work because he spread news about us. So
Oh, interesting. Cool.
yeah, just CEOs of the companies. The next big thing we also do is that CEOs of the crypto projects or crypto
Hmm.
teams can accept communications in their own tokens, not in our tokens. So they can use their own tokens to chat
Oh,
with them.
right. Nice. Nice. Nicely done. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's their own kind of community. Hey guys, you hold our token, you can talk with me. If you do not hold our token, you cannot talk with me. So this
I
is
like that.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Oh, this is really cool. I guess when it comes to, I guess, influencers or KOLs, I don't. I mean, I don't see like. Of course, I do see major like big time people coming in, but I can see a lot of micro influencers. I think I know personally for me, I think I find them more valuable in my point of view because just because they have, you've been in the space long enough to know they have a higher engagement rate compared to others.
Sure.
So in terms of how they connected to their small community directly, you can test things out. I guess from if you're like a marketing or a branding person. So
Yeah.
do you see what do you say? Do you see a big rise of micro influencers entering into the space?
The most of the users, it's one of our slogan is everyone influencer. It means we all have some knowledge we can share, and we all
Yeah.
have some knowledge and experience we can share. Really, if you know how to grow the babies, if you know some tips about the babies, even the mother who's sitting at home can give some valuable advices to the.
Okay.
So you can Google or you can find the mother account in our app and see she also have the 3 years old baby. I will ask her this. You can ask her in Facebook, but it's little bit, it's not always easy to people why I should ask, why she should reply. I do not know her
Yeah.
or him. So, and we kind of try to change this ethics. It's normal to ask people you do not know personally. Just
Yeah.
value their attention a little bit, $1, $2, $3. And we try to create this new ethic to open gates, and you can chat with all
Yeah.
people who you do not know.
Yeah. No, actually, that's a pretty good example because, like, I'll use the example like, finances, like, a lot of people, they go to Google, you can find a lot of information on Google, but, an expert or someone who has experience, they're able to, compile and, piece all that different information in a nice way and deliver to you. I think that is something what most people really need and what they want, like they can easily find whatever, but it takes so much time and energy. Hey, you know what? I think paying somebody for their expertise, I think I can see this happen. I think there might be a shift in our culture, society, where like people will be able, when they value their time, they are able to make that switch. So, do you see that? Do you think that kind of culture shift will take a lot of time, or you think it might be like a faster pace in terms of adoption?
So I think that we can bring mass adoption not only through peer-to-peer communication. So what one of our manifest is to change the how to companies communicate with the customers, and how to companies or communicate with the possible customers. I mean the brands. Because
Okay.
if you are not influencer, if you do not have audience, and let's say you do not have any talent, I mean you should have, but let's say you think you do not have,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. True. Yeah.
Even in this way, it's possible to use Paysenger because some brand can chat with you and ask you, "Hey, guy, you already quit smoking?" And you tell him, "Yes," or "No, I still smoking." And this brand will pay $2 for you, but not for the Mark Zuckerberg and the Facebook to show you.
Right. Yeah.
So, and if the big companies will change in this kind of, it's not one-way communication when they just throw you advertisement and they
Yeah.
collect the clicks and steal your data. It's more respectful, So it's decentralized. This just brand communication,
Sure.
decentralized
Right.
how it's happened. So this is also the big, like the big idea and the big part of our roadmap. If the big brands will come and tell, I will prefer to communicate than advertise to you. I will better ask to my audience about the experience of my product. Everything about the customer development in the startup, everything about customer discovery. They paid for researchers like millions of dollars for collect people in the one room, then ask them
Sure.
tools and everything. So why you need to do this? You can just ask directly. They will tell you
Yeah.
what they like, what they don't like.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sorry, I was just like imagining in my head because like I do remember like like studying some of these case studies, how much money they put on research and stuff. And I, I mean it is painstakingly, expensive in many ways. And then on top of that, too, you try to do all these focus groups and stuff. Uh, I think this, like, I feel sometimes like, your idea, you might be right on time, where, companies are looking for a better solution. Like, there has to be a better way to get good data, because I think from a corporate point of view, data is going to be the new oil. But they want to get from the source, so they need, like, really valuable data that makes sense. And getting individuals like you and me to, if you're paying us, hey, I think we will be willing to give our feedback, and try to get a much more personal opinion or personal take on a certain product or service. So I think that's I think that is quite interesting how you're using Paysenger and a way to like bridge the gap. Because I know, like, Facebook and Google, how much of data these guys are just collecting out of it.
For example, the key question, because we don't want to hold this data, that's where we want to integrate this Web3 feature, when the people control which kind of brands can take the data and can chat them, which kind of not. If, for example, if some brands that you don't like ask you something, of course you will not reply, or you will tell
right.
Never write me before, right? But some brands you support, like the nice service that we now use, like Riverside, if they will, after we speak with you, they will send me some message, ask me something about the services, what I prefer. Of course I will reply, because it's cool experience. I like the startup. Or another brand I support, I just buy things into the store, and then they send me message like what I think about this new taste, and this is my favorite cafe. Of course I will give them data. Better you change something, or better you stay what you do. So this is more controllable. In Facebook, I do not control what data they sold from myself to the companies, because they collect it without asking me. I mean, asking me with agreement, but
but that's not really they ask. It's
they say you can go out from this our 2 billion community, or stay with what we offer.
No, because just earlier I had a conversation with this one particular gentleman. He has a startup here in Dubai, so he's working on digital identity, and a lot has to do with dealing with Web3, and now this conversation of Web5, where like the identities relate to your data, and like companies they can't hold it. Like you have ownership of your data and stuff. So I think it's a really interesting where I'm glad that you're trying to like decentralize these things, and like not hold other people's data. I think I think that helps.
Share the context, because that's what we are looking now. We're looking the technical partners for create this decentralized data, like everything to be protected, and the people use the public keys or private keys to share with some brands and to not share with another brand. So we're still in very early stage on development in this data part. I'm happy if you connect us here.
No, sure, no, definitely, because because when it comes to digital identity, I'm just learning, like, wow, okay, this is something of interest, because I know data, I mean, I know it's a cliche saying, right? Data is the new oil, but I think it really matters, because there's so much incredible amounts of money involved in that, and regular people like myself, I'll throw you and many other people too, we don't own that. And I think it is about time to see the shift, this cultural shift, where, like, for example, people are paying for your expertise, for your time, and then also we get a stake in that financial future. That, hey, like, if a company wants our info, look, if they're paying for it, hey, you know what? I think I'll be willing to give more info, give more data, so that I get some sort of benefit out of it. So I think that's something I can see this great shift taking place. So I think it'll also help. I personally believe in a big picture point of view, it can expand crypto and the blockchain industry way more further, way more bigger, and also increase adoption too. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Sure, it's actually one of the biggest value we can bring to the blockchain to mass adopter. We can become the mass adopter because the idea of the product quite social and simple. It's not so difficult to start to use it, and then we slowly, little by little, step by step. If you do not have wallet in the beginning, you can use your credit card, but then we will tell you, hey, if you don't want to pay 20% commissions, you want to decrease this rate, connect your wallet. We will teach you how to do this. So, and then you will go to connect, or you want to participate into the reward challenge. Every month we are spreading tokens for rewards, and we will tell you for this you need to mint your first NFT. I will tell you how to do this, to create your NFT profile. So that's what we're doing now. So how to bring from the like fiat user to the crypto user in the way with the social interactions. So just motivate people and give them more if they use crypto.
Yeah, I think that's exciting. And I mean, to me, when it comes to like crypto adoption stuff, I think I'm very excited about that. I think I would love to see people from the local level, they get to participate and get to use crypto and blockchain. For their own benefit, So I hope to see that, and I think it's also exciting to see, like projects like Paysenger, offer that, for a lot of talented folks, but also guys like me. Hey, because I know, like, even though I'm a podcast host, a lot of people do message me on Instagram and stuff, and sometimes I lose some of my friends' messages. It gets so lost in Telegram too. They generally ask them questions. Hey, can you please help me out with this? So I think I think this could be definitely something of value in the future.
Yeah, at least you can start with the business communications, right? Of course, your friends will find a way to chat you. They don't need to spend money. Yeah. But even they can chat you in Paysenger, you chat them back, and you do not spend too much money. So
sure, yeah. No, but but sometimes my friends they take way too much advantage of me. Hey, your friends, help me out. I'm like, hey, pay me, support a brother out. That's the, like, man, I'm fighting out here, So, but yeah, other than this, like the Paysenger, right? So you're using the blockchain. Have you guys created your own blockchain, or
no? Yeah, honestly, we are quite in early stage in this way. So we are doing the NFT marketplace and everything with blockchain on our web version in the app that you can find in the App Store or Google Play Market. There are still the classic Web 2 app and only some connections on the back end with the Web 3. So, but to use the MetaMask and the Trust Wallet, you should use the web version, and we prepare it in 4th July, like in 2 weeks, even less, like 10 days. It will be already launched. It's now in the testing mode, and we use the Binance Smart Chain. You ask what blockchain we use.
So right.
In the beginning, we use the Binance Smart Chain, but what we are looking now, the Binance don't really need the to become the mass adopter for them. A lot of people use the Binance.
Right.
But the blockchains like Neem, the Polygon, the Solana, they still need the new users. Still need the social platforms that will bring millions of users, and their transactions and everything will grow. So we're looking now for the partnership with this kind of blockchains who need more users that we can bring.
Okay.
So we start with the Binance, but then we will make some bridges or just change the blockchain.
Oh, okay. So basically kind of like cross-chain, right? Would that be the right word? Cross-chain. Okay. And interoperability. I know a lot of jargons, right? But
yeah. Like in Polygon, for example, now you can mint NFT with a zero commission. So it's also very nice for our users to not pay.
Okay, right.
So we're just trying to follow what our users need,
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So you mentioned about Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, I mentioned Polygon, Near. Any other blockchain protocols you see potential? in, I
All the
guess, bridging?
blockchains that have low commissions that we can use to mint a lot of media content, because
Okay.
all our news feed, and when you
Yeah.
put it, you should mint this as NFT. So low commissions, and that's the main end, of course, like
Okay.
stability.
Yeah, sure. But because also, I guess one of the current issues with many, I guess the blockchain 2.0, blockchain 3.0, I have a hard time keeping up. I think they're more focused on scalability. So is that, I think that'll be, as a startup like yours, you guys are concerned about scalability and you want to, like really expand and grow fast, right? Is that, am I correct to say that?
Of course, yes. This is what I want to tell about the stability. It's like if we grow fast, the system will not like just stuck for a few hours to transaction will be go, or they can expand with our users expansions. So if we bring them users and if we become mass adopter, you should be ready for the mess, right?
Sure, sure, sure. Agreed. Yeah, I think one is the scalability, but also for like regular people, using blockchain, I think the user experience is also really important, right?
Sure, it should be very invisible. I mean, as we try to make all the things without Web3,
Yeah.
for people the much easier as it possible. So if we can do integration with the wallet connection, so you don't need to do a lot of steps, you just press one button and you connect your wallets and you are already verified your account. So
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, no, definitely agree with that. Uh, I guess why I brought up the user experience, you know, I know some of my friends, they're not really into, crypto and blockchain. To them, it's like outer space, alien technology, and I guess when they look at, trying to connect a MetaMask and, all these 7-step procedure, they're just thinking like, I don't think this is, I mean, they just have a difficult, they don't see it really grow so fast because you have all these steps. So it is good to see now more projects, they're focused on scalability, but also the user experience because we want regular people, more people to start using this and just, uh, I guess in the end, most people wouldn't care about the blockchain, just like most people didn't care about the inner workings of the internet. They just care, can you make it simple where I can click a button on the internet, get it shipped, and voila, it's there right in front of me. I think that's something I see with blockchain too, maybe, hopefully, I guess.
I think so. I think so. I mean, the best case if to adopt these people to bring them to the blockchain, I think if you give them the Bitcoin, right, and you tell them, look, this is Bitcoin, but to take it, you should do these 7 steps. Will they do it? I think so, right? I mean, they will do not
Yeah.
7, they will do 70 steps. They will do.
Yeah.
People will do running or whatever, walking, whatever you told them they will do to get the tokens. So that's where we try to think now and to create our own like chat to earn model where people can send different media and every month the most popular media or the most likable video, they get our tokens. But to get these tokens, you should kind of start to your adoption. You should start to create your MetaMask and everything after you earn something.
Right.
And the
Okay.
same, we think if we will influence to influencers, because now a lot of influencers, they're not in crypto and
Yeah.
they try to think about how to earn this NFT. Why a lot of
Yeah.
influencers come to the market? Because they heard someone, oh, this guy get the 1 million on their pictures, on their like NFT.
Yeah.
I want to do my own collections. That's how
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
think.
Right.
So
Oh, I've seen so many NFT collections. So many.
yeah. So if you give them option to somehow earn it without go these 7 steps, so they should earn before they go this adoption. But after they earn to get the tokens, they will go. So I
Right.
think
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what step and do, right? So
Sure. 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 Agreed.
show
Yeah. Yeah.
learn it and then I mean they're not step and like all the project with the later.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think a lot, like, of course, the play to earn or now it's play and earn. You got also move to earn, like step in. Then you got like sweat coin. So yeah, I think yeah, because those kind of projects has kind of like I personally felt put crypto on the limelight. Of course, I will also. I know we cannot forget NFTs. So that has also kind of how do you say caught the imagination of a lot of people. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see some interesting, like innovative crypto payment solutions like how Paysenger and many other interesting projects out there. I think you guys are, I believe it right on the money. So, and I think the bear market is actually a good time to start because this is where real tech, real projects, real developments, and real value is created. And a lot of the best protocols I've seen, they come from the bear market. So I think Stan, I think I personally believe you're in the right place. So, and I'm also looking forward to better things to come for Paysenger and your team. So I know you guys got some pretty cool, amazing updates and a roadmap, to test things out. So I think it'll be a fun and exciting experience for you.
Yeah, I think so. And then and the updates like weekly. It's I have the
Weekly, nice.
Yeah, I have the 8 months old daughter, so she's very little, and I
All
compare with
right,
the startup because she also every week she learns something and show me something
nice.
new. And then I see the app that we built is the same. So like every week something new. Every week you see the new update.
Oh wow, you could. Oh, it's, interesting. Wow, good timing, man. Good time. Hey, congrats to you, man.
It's funny.
Nice.
She was born at the same week when we get investments and we start to grow in the same.
Oh, so good. That's a blessing right there, man.
Yeah, daughter 8
Yeah.
months and then startup 8 months.
Wow. Okay. Hey, look. It definitely. We need to see some more personal content from your side, and also Passenger too. I think it'll be a good comparison. This is good. I like that. Not many people get to have that experience. So, but anyways, hey. I tell you what. We are coming to an end, but I am looking forward to have another episode with you later on, hopefully in July. So hopefully you'll see some more interesting changes over here. So yeah, let's have another episode all about Paysenger. I want to dive in much more deeper. I want the XT community as well as the general public to have an idea what model you are trying to come up with and how they can benefit from this. So I'll definitely kind of come up with some interesting questions, and I think it'll be a great insight. So definitely want more people to know what you're working with. Some great it's a really great project. I can definitely see my girlfriend use this because she really values her time, and a lot of people have so much of questions. They need expert opinion, but a lot of experts out there, they want the right people to come to them. So I think you are definitely solving a real problem in the marketplace, and that's something I support, and I want to bring attention to that. So let's make that happen. But
thank you for the support.
Yeah, absolutely. But before we close this, any words of wisdom for our community and the public with regards to the bear market?
As you already told, it's the best time for build because when it's a lot of money coming to your head from the sky, you start to catching money, right? Or you start to think about marketing or the investment or investors. So, and now when you should stop to think about investors, if you can, because for example, we are looking for the closing our strategic investment round. We cannot stop to think about it. We still need to work on this. So, but it's the best time to build. It's the best time to speak with your audience, to understand that you do really something valuable that they will appreciate, that they will like. Because if you will do something that your customers will love, it's everything else will come. Doesn't matter of the market. So the projects stay the same. And about the team, I personally think that's not the ideas create the markets and the projects. The team created. So in this moment, you should try to focus on your team, how to help them, how to help each other. If some people, struggling because of crisis, if the people some lost their money or their assets become 3 times less, right?
Yeah.
So it's time to be closer. It's what's happened in the COVID crisis. So every crisis is the time to being closer to help each other and to build a product together.
Yeah. Hey, no, hey, thank you for these words of wisdom. I think definitely that message needs to be out there. So, anyways, hey, Stan, we will definitely have this episode again. And for the XE.com community, this is just an amazing fireside chat. And we are going to have a special episode all about Paysenger. So, follow us on our socials. We will definitely keep you guys informed and updated. And yeah, we're excited to have some excited to see some exciting stuff coming from Paysenger. So, anyways, we gotta go. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe, and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
All right.